don't have much time, so I'm going to shoot through this. Webster's ninth edition New College Dictionary explains the things that you need to know. Art, dexterity, artemis, artificial, artifice, craft, and corporal. Remember, in the book Fighting for Honor, it said they banned the practice of corporal dexterity. Remember who makes the language and how it is made, and for what effect. For Babylon's system, for the mystery system of Greece and Rome, Latin roots of words. Corporal means not spiritual, not immaterial or tangible. Okay? So when they say corporal dexterity, they're saying these people are practicing a shallow form of martial arts, when capoeira itself was about the continuity of the intangible heritage from the Kalunga, the spirit realm. So it was the practice of mind, body, soul dexterity, which they described it as corporal dexterity because they didn't want to admit the spiritual implications of it. Think about what I said, rewind it if you don't understand. The spiritual implications of capoeira being downplayed by the people who couldn't beat them using martial arts because they conceded my point back then, as they concede my point, like it or not, now by their actions. Think about it. This is truth. I tell you the truth. I don't believe that you can do martial arts effectively without righteousness, truth, and light. Truth. Pure truth. And when I'm wrong in my videos, it is because I'm drugged, it's because I'm misled, but almost always I'm right. Try hard to prove me wrong using truth, not fabricated evidence and things that have been redefined. Okay? A flash of lightning, flesh of light, or flash of lightning, spirit light. Okay? So dexterity is described as readiness and grace in physical activity, mental skill, or quickness. Grace, readiness, grace. I'm ready to go. I'm brave because of the Spirit. I don't hesitate. I can walk on water, so to speak, because of my faith in the spirit realm. So capoeira, like my martial arts, are based on spiritual dexterity, not corporal dexterity. And not general dexterity, but pharaoh-like, divine dexterity. The vine of life, the tree of life. Art is defined as skill from experience, study, and observation. They talk about artifice and craft. Skill is technical knowledge and proficiency as a synonym for art. Artifice is trick, false or insincere behavior, clever or skill. So artifice, right? So the art is the good spell, or the art is the cunning and the deceit. Okay, the presentation versus the actual application, which is the work, not the lip service. Artemis is the moon goddess, the virgin huntress. I was born in the month of Virgo. Okay, mechanical relations to the quantitative relationship between force and matter. So they talk about integrated martial science, which is designed to remove the African spirit, and they remove people based on their martial arts system being like a scientific system of deceit versus like the truth. Knavery of the stock room, of the gold room, of the merchants, versus the truth of the African martial arts pharaohs, not the priesthoods that aligned themselves to the trade routes and the kingdoms that had materialistic, or corporal motivations. So they're actually the corporals. We don't call ourselves corporals, to make a long story short. The merchants, okay, the mechanics, a branch. That's mechanical. And mechanics is a branch of physical science that deals with energy and forces and their effect on bodies, right? So these guys are like, look, this is our definition of energy and forces. Mechanism, a branch of study that states that physics and chemistry can explain all natural processes. This is a doctrine that says that everything can be explained by our science and our scientific perspective, which excludes African martial arts spirituality, which is the root of all spirituality, one way or another. Art, a personal, unanalyzable creative power. Okay, so another way they define art is a personal, unanalyzable creative power. So you cannot analyze my martial arts, my divine war arts with your system or your scale. You either beat me or shut the fuck up. It's in the white man's dictionary before it is redefined. If they even redefined it, I don't know, because they have blinded me from blue light. I have photophobia that does not allow me to go on the phone. I have to quickly press the record and look away from the phone, and there's the notepad between the phone and my eyes. Okay. Skill, technical knowledge and proficiency. Artifice, trick, false or insincere behavior. Okay, I went over this. Artificial, based in legal, political, or economic theory. So it's not just fake, it's also based in their theory, legal, political, economic theory. Their science is political. Psychiatry, as defined by the top psychiatrists historically, is highly political. Socially normative, political. Lacking material or spiritual quality, artificial. So psychiatry lacks spiritual quality. Science lacks spiritual quality. Women who do not admire me lack spiritual quality. They are artificial. It's also the imitation or the sham. The whore that thinks she is special is living a lie. She's an artificial, shallow, soulless, harpy, harlot scumbag. If you don't see it my way, you are a fucking liar. And there are varying degrees of being a trickster and a liar. Period. Go ahead, try to prove me wrong. You know? You know enough to be able to find me. If you really want to prove me wrong, try to prove me wrong. I go to Morgan Hill every couple days. Find me and try to prove me wrong, and I won't hurt you as long as you don't try to hurt me. Okay? Witchcraft. Craft is expertness in workmanship. Okay? Craft. Ikenga, spirit strength versus physical strength. Another definition for craft is strength. Can you believe it? They actually define it as strength. So we talk about bodybuilders and the temple as the body, as Jesus described it, and the temple as a physical building. And as they move halfway, they say the temple is the body. King Solomon's temple is his body, and he was sexually immoral, right? He liked to have sex with hundreds of women. Look it up. Skill in planning or executing, dexterity, right? They actually use the word dexterity in craft as defined by skill, right? Dexterity, okay? And carpenters have what they called manual dexterity. So Jesus not only saw it my way with use the Spirit as your armor, his Godspeed, fasting, light and light speed, and on and on and on, but he also dealt in dexterity, speed and dexterity as the peak, as the pinnacle of martial arts, quote unquote, mastery. Okay? It is dexterity, agility, the things that capoeiristas have, and they